Hi everyone, welcome back to my next vlog. Yes, this is a vlog. I am on my way to Alaska. In fact, right now I am shooting this video in British Columbia, just outside of a little town in BC called Radium Hot Springs. Today we're going to go up into the Canadian Rockies National Parks, Banff, Jasper, Yoho, Kootenay, and others. Those are the only ones I can think of my top of my head. So we're going to go up there and we're going to look at the national parks, and then we're going to drive up the Alaska Highway. And for me, it's kind of going home. I lived in Alaska, oh man, 40 years. Over 40 years I lived in Alaska. We moved up there to Alaska in 1961 when I was 6 years old. And I left Alaska to permanently retired. I worked there all my life, of course. And I left Alaska in 2006. So that was a very, very long time. And so I am an Alaskan through and through, and I had a son who still lives in Alaska, so I'm going up to see him. And there is the Alaska Vanstock is this summer, and I'm going up for that. And you might want to think about if you want to drive to Alaska here the summer of 2025. It's going to be in the middle of July. You go online, look up Vanstock, Alaska, and you can find out all about it. And so I'm on my way to Alaska, and I'm going to vlog the whole way. I think I am. But a lot of you want to drive to Alaska, so I want to take you through the process. In the 40 years that I lived in Alaska, I counted them up. I think I know for sure I can think of 10 times I have driven the Alaska Highway. I know it really well. I've driven it a lot. And it's a beautiful drive. It's well worth it. If you have it in your dreams to go to Alaska, go. And I want this series to be a guide for you to see what I'm going to see and experience it with me, but also tell you this is a good way to do it, and this will help you along the way. So start the journey with me. In today's video, I'm in BC, so we crossed the border yesterday, and I'll talk to you about the process of actually going through the border. It's no big deal. They just ask you questions, and that's about all. I've never had anything more than a few questions. The last few times, there were more intense questions, but this time was just nothing. The guy was really friendly, and we just visited more than anything. I was amazed. I thought it would be more intense. It was less intense. So crossing the border is no big deal. Don't worry about it. So welcome to this new vlog, and let's see what we can figure out about how to drive to Alaska. Let's get going. Hi everyone, I am outside of a little town called Radium Hot Springs, and I want you to see the enormous, enormous size of this log yard. This is what British Columbia is all about. I came up off of 93 out of Montana through the Roosevelt station to the border station, and I'm up at this little town, Radium Hot Springs, and here I'm going up into the Canadian Rockies. It's one of the main entrances up into the Canadian Rockies. And this is what makes, British Columbia an awful lot of money, is logging. And so all across British Columbia, there's logging, and there's logging roads, and there's camping. And it's on Crown land, and it's free almost always. We would call it dispersed camping in the United States on public lands, BLM or National Forest. Here it's Crown land, and it's just open logging road, and so they've made it available to the public. It's a fantastic opportunity. So British Columbia is gorgeous beyond words, and lots of free camping. So you want to take advantage of that wonderful, wonderful combination. Just look how beautiful these mountains are. It's like being in Switzerland, a little Swiss town with lots of logging going on. So we've just left Radium Hot Springs. We are probably maybe 2-3 miles up driving into the Canadian Rocky National Parks. I'm not sure exactly which one this is, but look at this view. I mean, we just drove up here. The drive up to here has been spectacular, and here is just astonishing. Just really an astonishing, beautiful place. This is certainly one of the top 5 most beautiful places on the planet, the entire Canadian Rockies here, national parks. Just really spectacular. Hi everyone, so we've just stopped along, this is the Kootenay River, which flows into the States. So a lot of things here in Canada are called Kootenay. We may be in Kootenay National Park right now. But the Kootenay goes into the States, and it's a big, beautiful river, as you can see. And so this is Kootenay country. That's kind of the idea here. Beautiful, isn't it? This is a real glacial river. It's still got a lot of silt. When we get into the parks proper, we'll get into the beautiful, spectacular blue that we'll see a lot. And that's because there's enough silt that it reflects the blue, but not too much. This is too much, too much silt. So all you're getting is the brown and the silt. So it's still a really spectacular, beautiful spot right here. Canada's had worse wildfires than the U.S. has, although the U.S. has had some really bad wildfires, but they've been really bad in Canada as well. Whole towns burned down. Same thing as we have going in the States. So yeah, fires are a pretty big deal. So it's lunchtime here in the Kootenay National Park, and so we found a nice pullover. Beautiful river. We're right on the river. You can probably hear it, I'm afraid. And it's lunchtime, man. Today sounds like a peanut butter and jelly day. So, because this is just a pullover here in Kootenay National Park in British Columbia. I think I'm in British Columbia. I may have gone over into Alberta. It's one or the other. The national parks here straddle the border. I think, and I don't know this for sure, but I believe the Continental Divide, whether the water flows to the Atlantic or flows to the Pacific, is the division between Alberta and British Columbia. And I don't know where we are on that Continental Divide. And I'm not even sure of that, but I think that's the way it works. And of course, the nectar of the gods. There is only one nectar of the gods. Diet Pepsi is the nectar of the gods. Let me tell you an experience that I had. That's the reason I don't do dishes. I was living in Alaska, in Anchorage, Alaska. I lived in Anchorage, Alaska in a van for 6 years. And it was a cold snap. And a cold snap in Anchorage is 30 below. And a snap is usually 2 to 3 weeks. A big cold front will roll in and it'll just sit and hover. And so for like 3 weeks in a row, it was 30 below. And here's what happens when you wash dishes in a van at 30 below. You want to wash them. After you wash them, you got to rinse them. They're covered with soap. That's the idea. So you set your water, my 7-gallon jug on the driver's seat, and then you open the spigot and you rinse it underneath. You know, that's how I've always done my dishes. But when it's 30 below, it instantly freezes. It doesn't rinse off the soap. It instantly freezes it and the soap, and you can't do dishes at 30 below. So I said, that's a good reason not to have to do dishes. When your water freezes at 30 below, you don't have to do dishes anymore. I stopped doing dishes and haven't done them since. So that's the story, the truth. That's the truth and the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about washing dishes in a van at 30 below zero. All right, I'll show you around my lunch. This is as good a lunch spot as I think you can find, so let me show you around. Lots of pretty flowers, and these are fine flowers here. Flowers don't get any better than these. Pretty, huh? Look at that view. Man. This reminds me so much of Alaska. I have seen so many places in Alaska that look just like this. Look at that. Oh, man. Well, it's no good just standing around up here. Let's go down to the river. Hope you can hear me. Just look at that. I got a mouthful of peanut butter and jelly. Wow. I love this. This is home to me. This is a typical Alaskan scene. All right, let me show you this beautiful, beautiful view we have here. It's pretty stunning. Just driving along the Icefield Parkway and came across this little lake, pulled over, couldn't pass it. And so here we are. Look at this view. Wow. Amazing. Just fantastic. Hi everyone, it is the end of day 1 of my vlog in driving to Alaska. We started at Radium Hot Springs. We drove up into the Canadian Rockies, and I have seen a whole ton of beautiful footage of the Canadian Rockies. Just drove through, got late using freecampsites.net. I was right. About halfway into the park, you cross over into Alberta. It is the Continental Divide, and so I'm in Alberta right now. Camped on the Saskatchewan River. A really, really pretty campsite. Tomorrow I'll walk around and get some photos and videos of this campsite, and you'll see it's just fantastic. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so it was a great day. Lots of good footage and lots of beautiful views, and it was a nice drive. And boy, it's a great drive to Alaska. If you want to see beautiful, beautiful country, nothing beats the Canadian Rockies, and they're right along the way to Alaska. And so I hope you will think about driving into Alaska one of these days. And it's summer of 2025 for the Vanstock. That'd be a good thing to do. And I could even see you there yet. And so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.